What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you'll see another beautiful Lincoln Town Car. We're actually getting older and older in years. We went from 96 till 94. Now we're back in the 80s. 1989 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series with just 15,000 original miles. One family-owned car since new. Absolutely beautiful example. Excited to show it to you. Gonna do a full walk around here in this video. Inside, outside, under the hood, in the trunk, all that stuff. Tell you all the details, all the stuff I've done to it. Give you a price. It's available for adoption. Let's get into the video. Here she is, a beautiful 1989 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series. A gorgeous 15,000 mile car. This is just a beautiful example of the last of these 80s town cars. This was the last year for this body style that ran for so long before Lincoln redesigned in 1990. Total redesign. The only same thing is that they obviously dragged the powertrain over for one more year before they came out with the 4.6 liter as a standard equipment for 1991. But this is the last year of that old school chrome rockers, chrome bumper town car that we all know and love, because these things literally were everywhere. Everybody knew somebody who had one of these cars. It's incredible to say that these were probably more popular than Cadillacs, I would think. I mean, 89, I was only 1 year old, but I just feel like I know more people who had one of these versus a Cadillac brougham. I don't know, even families. My best friend from high school, his parents had one when he was a kid. My buddy George, his parents had one when he was younger. Like, they were even family trucksters, I guess, if you lived in that type of zip code. But this is a 15,000 mile car. This car came out of an estate in Long Island. It was then transferred to the son of the original owners. This was their going to church car. And this is of a time that's no longer around. People don't buy cars and not use them like this anymore. It's a different era that you don't see people doing. I mean, yeah, people buy sports cars or whatever, Corvettes, and they don't drive them, or toys. But in 1989, when you bought a car like this wasn't a toy. This was a car, 89 town car. It was just a car. But this was their going to church car. And there's proof of that in this car. But a beautiful one family-owned Long Island estate car. It's just absolutely loved, absolutely cherished, pampered. Finished in a beautiful, I think they call it twilight blue metallic or midnight blue metallic. But I think there was twilight in there. Blue half vinyl top. And then a beautiful blue velour Signature Series interior. This is just a really sharp car. And it's funny how the contrast from my other 89 is to this. Now, funny story. I haven't had an 89 town car on the channel since I sold my white personal 89. Had to be 6 years ago. I sold it when I was turned 30 because I bought my Buick estate wagon at the time. And I, swapped out spots. Bought one, sold one. And I haven't had one since. I buy the white 89 with the red top that I currently have in my personal collection. And I said, wow, I haven't had one of these in so long. And then like 2 days later, bam, this one shows up. So things come in waves around here. Anyways, it's a beautiful car. It's a beautiful example. It's a contrast from the other one, though, because that other one is quite loud with the white and the red top, the wire aluminum wheels. But this one is a pretty well-equipped Signature Series. It's got the velour, which I prefer. I actually like the interior of this car more than I like the red one. But this car has got some options that I actually prefer over, like the velour and actually the wire hubcaps. Now, my other town car has the aluminum wire wheels. I like them. I mean, they're cool. They're kind of like, the wheel to have, I guess. They were the upgraded wheel. But something about this design wire wheel. And when I got this car, I posted pictures of it on my Facebook or wherever, Instagram. And people were like, oh, you got to lose those hubcaps. I really I was almost tempted to swap and put these wheels and tires on my white 89, but I know that would kind of mess up the pedigree because the window sticker shows it having that, and that's a super heavily optioned car. But I really do love these wire caps, I think, more than the actual wire wheels, the aluminum wire wheels. But I do love driving these things. Buying that white 89 refreshed my memory of how I love looking down the ridged hood and seeing those fender points. It's just, you know, just something different. I hadn't had one in a while, so it was exciting to get something new and different, you know, other than the typical stuff that I get. And this was, like I said, just a really nice example. I ended up putting like 600 miles on this car. I don't know how, but it just happened. We sorted it, we serviced it, and now she is absolutely ready to go. You can see beautiful blue paint, the aluminum tail panel there, chrome bumpers. I actually love the half top. I love the burgundy canvas, but I just think it's very classy to have this band across the center. Kind of gives you that old school look of, you know, those old school limousines where the back section, I know there's probably a technical term for it, that type of vehicle. But the other thing that brings me back as a kid, I had a Matchbox, I think it was Matchbox, not Hot Wheels, put out like a late 80s town car like this. And it had a very, very pronounced center band going over the roof. And I had a couple of those little Matchbox cars. And this just brings me right back to that. Actually, funny story, before I get into the deep details with this car. The first car that I had ever bought and sold was a 1988 Lincoln Town Car. I didn't even have my license. I think I was probably 13, 14. Guy down the street had an 80, maybe it was an 87, 88. Anyways, Lincoln Town Car, and the plow guy had just clipped the front clip of the car. It was sitting out parked on the street above the bumper, just enough to mess it up, but not enough to really mess it up. I ended up buying that car from him for $35. I brought it back to my house. My dad probably brought it back to my house, parents' house. And I cleaned it up. I scrubbed the white walls, and the car was kind of roached out. So, you know, it was a $35 car. Probably borderline junkyard ready. But as a kid, I thought it was great. And I remember going to the junkyard and trying to piece together the broken pieces and doing the best I could. And I ended up putting in the want ad back then. We had the want ad publication. I put it in there for, I think, $250. And I sold it. And that was the start of me doing what I do today, I guess. So these cars bring me back. So I'm glad to have this one. Enough about memories. Let's get into the finger pointing here and show you any kind of imperfections this car might have. You can see here, it's got a beautiful gloss to the paint on it. Really, really nice. I do love the painted stripes that Lincoln put on these things, on the hood and down the sides of the car. But we'll start right here on this front corner, show you the front end. Beautiful chrome, bright work on the front of this car. Headlights, the 1 year only amber corner lights. I love that look. Just really identifies these cars as 1989. Beautiful bright work on the front bumper, the plastic trim, even the filler panel shows really, really well. Lenses are in great shape. Got a very, very minor kind of few little stress cracks right there. Not even cracks, but just maybe hazing. I don't know. You can only see it if you look at it a certain way. Again, chrome, bright work. I always thought these should have lit up. And I think I remember trying to do that with whatever year I had. I was trying to get a bulb in there to make those light up. I really think that would have been cool. Still has all four plastic seal beam headlights. Most people don't know that those are plastic from the factory, where majority of them were glass back in the day and replacements were glass. You could actually see these things yellow. Like sometimes you see these cars that still have the original high beams on them and they're yellow and you're like, why would those yellow? Well, that's why. But anyway, so we'll go down the side here. Let's have a little chip right on the top of the fender. This weather has been so crazy, really. I mean, beautiful weather today, although it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy. I saw a break in the sun. I said, oh, let me get this done. Come down the bumper here. Bumper filler again, beautiful shape. These ones do not go bad like the Cadillac ones do. Chrome rocker. This does have the bright chrome finish panels down the bottom with the color matched rub strip, cornering lights, running lights. Very, very nice. And again, that beautiful painted stripe. It's a blue with like a kind of a, it's a white. I thought it was originally maybe gray, but no, it's a white. Just very, very beautiful paint. It's like a very dark blue, tons of metallic in it. Looks great. A couple little minor, just tiny little guys. Nothing real crazy. One right there. Just very light scratches that, you know what, I went over this car, did a full polish on it myself. And, you know, it just shows really well for what it is. Beautiful wire caps. A couple little dings, you know, kind of little, nothing crazy. I think maybe not this cap. No, I guess not. I like the big Lincoln center with that kind of hex shaped hub. Brand new tires. This car, when it came in, it still was riding on the original Michelins, so those were in desperate need of replacement. Beautiful windshield, original Carlite windshield. This is probably the best way to show you the dash pad because absolutely no cracks or anything. Very common for these things to stop busting up here. It does have auto dimming headlights. So it's not a base signature. It's got options. Auto dimming headlights, the keyless entry pad. It's got the remote control mirrors, but with the thermometer on the side. JBL sound, under seat lighting. I think that was a package. I'm not as familiar with the Lincolns as I am with the Cadillac, so correct me if I'm wrong there. Again, that center band. Love that center band with these coach lights. That's the one thing I really don't like about mine is it doesn't have coach lights. And I love the just warm amber glow that these coach lights have. Keyless entry, Ford's Buckle Up campaign. Together we can save lives. Beautiful vinyl top on this car. Stitching is gorgeous. The top itself is just absolutely beautiful. This car was loved, garage, well cared for throughout its whole life, no question about that. I love the old style signature series script, and then the cool Lincoln star in this rear quarter glass. Now my 89 has a full Cambria top, so it doesn't have this quarter glass. It's just completely, you would never know that it was there. Even on the inside, the panel's different. So this is just, it changes the look a little bit, just enough, you know what I'm saying? Come back down here. Beautiful old school town car emblem. Again, that chrome rocker strip down the bottom. I love it. Door is in great shape. Chrome mirrors are in nice shape, although the tops you can see a little bit of just kind of freckling in the chrome. Has a little lighted thermometer there. I love the old school chrome handles, illuminated entry. Does have a few little chips right here on the door edge, nothing too crazy. I do have a set in the trunk of new old stock. I ended up finding them on eBay. I bought two sets, one for my 89 and one for this, but I didn't install them. Ford stainless steel door edge guards. They were accessories for these cars. Found a guy on eBay who had a couple pairs or a couple sets. I bought two sets, one for mine, one for this one. I didn't put them on though because I'll leave it up to the next owner. I just bought them because when are you going to ever see that again? But those are one of those things that once they're on, because you're going to kind of tap those onto the edge of the door. And even though the door edge guards, they will probably do some scratching if you take them off that you'll notice. Nothing that you would notice if you just left them on. But anyways, paint on the rear door, great. Again, chrome is nice. A couple little minor guys right there. Paint on this car shines very bright. I mean, you can just see it's got a beautiful reflection to it all the way down the side. Gas door lid, power antenna, manually operate, well, self-operate, I can't say automatic power antenna. Again, that stripe runs all the way down the side here. Beautiful quarter panel, chrome rockers over here, A little accent lighting. Again, 4 brand new tires. Yeah, you can see a couple little dings around the edge of this hubcap. But it's got the big hex octagon shaped center. I do have the key for that, for the locking lug nuts, or not locking nuts, locking hubcaps. Trunk lid, again, beautiful metallic in the paint of this. I don't know if this, focus a little bit. Town car, with the Lincoln star, and then the Lincoln insignia. Now, one thing I thought was kind of crazy is they got kind of the updated Lincoln script, but then they had the old style font on the town car, where like your 90 and up town cars, they had matching fonts for the Lincoln and the town car. Just something that I always kind of noticed. Doesn't really bother me, but taillights are in great shape. Bit of wear right there on that silver, but honestly, you take a little silver paint and maybe a brush, touch that edge, you never know. Rear filler panel is great. The bumpers on these cars, I didn't know this until not too long ago, are actually aluminum. They're not steel. So these actually aluminum corrode, and you can see a couple little blisters, one there, and then just a series of a couple of them here. Right there on the bumper. Face of the bumper, great shape. Impact strip, great shape. But just a couple little spots right on the top there, but the rear finish panel's in great shape. Aluminum. One little minor ding right there. Kinda right there. Just beautiful reflection. I mean, look at the reflection from the trees behind us. Shows great. Maybe a little stress mark right there. And then this is probably the worst damage on the whole car. You can see a light scrape there and kind of a horseshoe shaped scrape there. Like someone maybe rubbed up against something at some point, but it's kind of hard to notice. And then there's a couple of them down here. You can see that look like they were touched up, but obviously grandma probably rubbed something, but it's not horrible. You know, it really doesn't warrant doing any kind of paint work on the quarter, I don't think. You can see a very minor dimple right there. There was a pretty good sized door ding there that I was able to have majority of it PDR'd, but he couldn't. It's just that one little dimple right there. Look, you can even see my ugly mug in that reflection. Chrome rocker down here. If I remember right too, right here you can see, I don't know, a little scrape or ding right there, right on the bottom edge. Again, 4 new tires. These are the Ironman brand. I've had great luck with these tires. I got them on a few of my cars. Again, same on the other caps. You can see just a couple little minor dings. I don't know, maybe when someone was installing the caps, they used something, a 2x4 or something to pop them. I don't know. I don't think that's from bumping into things. I think that's from installing. A little chip right there that was touched up. And real bright chrome rockers on this car. And pretty straight down both sides. Like I said, I did have PDR work done on it. And it shows real well. And the glass, beautiful, all original Carlite glass. Chrome on this mirror, same as on the other side. You can see just little salt and pepper marks, as I call them, on the top part. But overall, nice, no pitting or anything like that. And on the side here, just a real pretty old town car, you know. Top, roof. Again, all the stainless is nice and bright. Told you it was the going to church car. Even got the palms still on the rearview mirror. But yeah, look at that dash pad. No cracks. Usually they start to crack apart on these speaker grills. You know, again, perfect example of a car that was garage, really well cared for, northern car, not dry, and stuff like that survives. Did have a ding right here, you can see, and my guy just couldn't get in there. The way the fender's designed, the hinge and everything, just unfortunately couldn't get in there. There's actually one more ding somewhere on this fender in a tough spot that I know he couldn't get. It goes on this side, yeah, kind of right there. You can kind of see one. Unfortunately, again, just real tough spot to get at. I wasn't pulling fenders off to do PDR work, so, but clean. Again, same thing. 3 out of 4 caps have these little, just random little dings. One there, one there. But overall, real nice. I still think these caps are so pretty, and apparently I'm the minority because most of the people in my group or on my Facebook did not like the caps for some reason. I don't know why. People are like, oh, you gotta lose the caps, you gotta lose the caps. Do what with them? You know, I love putting chrome wheels on the newer Lincolns and stuff like that when I can, and changing those wheels out. But you gotta think, finding a nice set of aluminum turbine wheels or even wire wheels that are aluminum, they're prone to corroding. Even to find a nice set down south in a junkyard, you know, 30 plus year old wheels, they don't exist. And you know, maybe if I had the option in the back in the day, hoard them away, but I don't have any. So those are the wheels the car came with. Again, beautiful paint on the hood. Oh geez, I'm going over time. I'm at 21 minutes on the outside. Usually I try to limit myself to 15, but this is just such a pretty car. Amber cornering line again. Bright work on this car is beautiful. Fascia, I mean, even the front fascia part, no sandblasting or wear, no question about the miles. Still has the original Ford screws. Filler panel is nice. Did have a couple scratches right here on this grill, but otherwise, front end of this car is pretty, very, very pretty. Beautiful car. Just look at our glisten. All right, now let's take a look at the inside. My other favorite part of this beautiful 89 town car. And then we'll pop the hood, pop the trunk, we'll take it for a spin. Tell you all about the details. All right, getting on to the inside, we're gonna open up these big, beautiful, solid doors and show you this just scrumptious navy blue signature velour interior, which I absolutely love. Now, 2 of the most common wear spots on these cars are the door panels and the glove boxes. Glove boxes tend to warp and like just blow out. This one is in very nice shape. We'll get over there in a second. But the door panel over here, these armrests are just made of, they're made of potato chips, really. And unfortunately, this one was subject to someone's elbow and cracking apart, and then somebody trying to fix it. I think it looks pretty good. I haven't touched it. I'm not gonna touch it, but I have to point that out. Otherwise, very, very nice driver's door panel, even up on the top here, super nice. All the carpeting. Another common thing is usually these things get kicked off and broken off. Nice, tight, beautiful shag on the carpet. Nice, clean door jambs. Beautiful anodizing. Let's see what the birth date is. 2 of 89, February of 89. And I already showed you the dash pad. The dash pad is in great shape. Beautiful signature series velour interior. I just love. And I didn't even realize these have tilting headrests in the front here, which I think is pretty cool. A little bit more head support than your Cadillac brougham of the era, but just really, really nice, soft, smooth. I don't think it's ever been shampooed. I didn't even shampoo the carpet in this. This was just vacuuming. That's how nice the interior of this car is. You can see it's got the under lighting on the seats, but very, very nice. All the door striker bushings are nice and solid, so the doors open and close nicely. I did notice that the door switch here sticks a little bit, So like we don't have any interior lights. If you kind of just wiggle it a little bit, they come on. I don't know if it's from lack of use. There we go. Just something I picked up. And door panels are in great shape. Look at the ashes. Look at how shiny those ashtrays are. And I love these Lincoln cigarette lighters with the little Lincoln star on them. I have a light and a rear, what is this? Compound in the door jamb there. Door pockets nice and clean. Just very, very nice. Beautiful velour. Alright, let's go take a look at the passenger side. And look at how clean those ashtrays are, like brand new. Anodizing all on all the latches. Headliner is beautiful on this car. One thing I love about these 80s town cars is they got all lap belts in the back, where the Lincoln Cadillacs had shoulder harness, or like three-way, but this just looks cleaner because there's nothing going up over the seat, which I think is kind of nice. I guess probably not as safe, but It's got a little ashtray up here for the front passenger, mint condition. The store panel is in nice shape. Unfortunately, it's just like the Cadillacs, these are like pretzels. Even my 26,000 mile 89, the white and red one, the driver's side, unfortunately, it's cracked. But usually these things tend to bow out real bad right here. This one's in pretty nice shape. Just look at that beautiful velour. Love it or hate it, you gotta admit that this is just looks plush. It's nice and soft. Not as much maintenance on leather, like, you know, you don't see the creases. You don't have to worry about, you know, conditioning it. It's, you know, cool in the summertime. It's warm in the wintertime. I am a velour guy. Look at these big chunky pillows. Just swallows you up for the ride. Carpeting, again, just beautiful. You get that nice kind of metallic sheen still on all the interior fabrics. That's why I didn't want to shampoo this. Even this usually would probably get kicked and beat up. Like the carpeting still has a very, very nice sheen to it. Even the seats, you know, the velour, a little bit of lint here and there, but which is real soft, real nice. Man, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Dash, headliner. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel here, I love to show you what I got for accessories and little goodies. In this case, I have one set of original Lincoln keys here on my keychain. I'll start this up in a minute. In this bag, I have two more. So the front license plate is held on by the original screws. And inside here, two more original Ford screws that come with the car. The original key detach, this is the key code for the actual keys themselves, but this is the old key tag from the dealer when this car was new. Thought that was kind of neat that that's in there still. This is kind of cool. This probably hung on like the rear view or the shifter, probably the shifter. Important notice, removed by customers only. This has a wheel lock feature for simulated wire wheel covers. Telling you about the hubcaps, the locking hubcaps, which I have that right in this bag, the key. That's cool that I got that, usually long gone. I love the little Lincoln Town Car portfolio of the original selling dealer, original owner's name there. Even has this little kind of neat tag in the back. Ooh, what has stuff to the back of this? Oh no. Don't stick there. I don't know what these 1, 2, 3 stickers are for, but warranty identification card has the, oh, that's gonna come off. All right, we'll be careful with that. Owner's manual. Always good to have that. This is 1990 Lincoln Mercury accessories. Pretty cool because it's made out to the original owner. But some of these accessories are just real neat. You got the keyless entry, security, car phone. Looks like a emergency radio, winter kit, auto dimming extras, auto dimming mirrors. I guess you could have added AC to some of the cars. Maybe that didn't come with them. Power windows and locks. I guess you didn't come with them. You should have just ordered them. Cargo net. I mean, obviously all these weren't available for the Lincoln Town Car. Stainless lower kit trim for the Grand Marquis, deck lid wing, you know, like stuff like this, obviously for specific cars. Roof racks, luggage racks. Load them up. Sporty detail, license plate frame, side cladding protector, sunroofs, Ford covers, luggage rack covers. There's the door edge guards, body side moldings. Just thought it was real cool. Even the mud flaps, wire wheel covers, floor mats. Now, so this car actually has a set of these floor mats in the trunk. Thought that was neat. Locking gas door, locking lug nuts. Yeah, all that cool stuff. I just, you know, is neat. Like I said, this is all in the original owner's name. And then finally a JBL cassette cleaner system for the cassette deck. Nope. So what do we got here? 15,176. This car's been running so long as I waited for a cloud to pass. With the ice cold air in this car. Ice cold air, beautiful air. Haven't touched that. It does have an aftermarket head unit. If you know these cars, every one of these radios failed. Even the one in my 89 did that I just bought, but the owner had it rebuilt, so it does still have the original. I tried to locate one and have it rebuilt. Unfortunately, the guy that rebuilt the one from my 89 has retired, and I couldn't find anybody. I said, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to hold this car up. But it does work perfectly. It's an Alpine tuner. Put the antenna up.
Info and transparent production.
Once we get to
ready to turn up. It's an adventures. It's not.
Anyways, so it does have an aftermarket head unit. I'm not a fan of that, but unfortunately, that just is what it is. Tilt wheel. Again, like I said, beautiful dash pad. Let's pop that trunk actually while we're in here. And pop the hood. All right, let's take a look inside the trunk here. You can see a pretty tidy carpeting. It does have a grease stain on this, or some type of black stain. Maybe not a grease stain, but you can see that darker tint there. But this hides your original. These are the tires that were on this car, but no, obviously not as good of condition. Got original full-size spare. You have the original jack back there. Lug wrench is all back there as well. Carpeting is nice. These are those accessory Ford floor mats that I said came with the car. I don't know how that happened, how that came to be. That I don't know. Those are those Ford door edge guards that I said I found. So those will come with the car. I will install them if you want me to, but I'll leave that up to the next owner. Power trunk pull down. Look at the beautiful paint on this car. Under the hood, nice and tidy. I am missing the battery hold down. I've been looking for one and I haven't found one yet. I don't know what to say there. I can't make any promises that I will find one, but I am still looking. Just throwing that out there. I am also waiting for a new under hood insulation pad. We had taken this down when we did some PDR work. And I said, yeah, it's kind of ugly. So I did order a brand new one. I should actually have that tomorrow. So that will be installed, but tidy, nice, clean. Ready to go. Let's take her for a spin. We'll take her back to the shop and show you what she's all about. Oh yeah, she's dripping. Ice cold AC. Ice cold. Figure while I can show you how clean the bottom side of this car is. For being a New York car, it's absolutely beautiful. You don't expect this, but these are what I talk about when I say I like these northern cars that never see snow and salt. Now, I'm cringing at my own video because I drove this up here, dodging rain clouds. It's supposed to rain all day, and I said, I don't even have time for gas, and the light just came on. If you've caught a couple of my videos, once or twice this has happened before, I absolutely hate when dealers take pictures of cars out of gas, or low on gas, or gas lights on. So please, don't even look at that. Pretend that it's not on. Just enjoy the ride like I'm going to. Because that just, it screams, you know, I'm too cheap to put gas in it. Believe me, I've put a couple tanks through this car. It was cloudy yesterday. It was cloudy it was raining this morning, and it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy all day, but we got this break, so I kind of ran it down. I was going to do pictures tomorrow, but I am happy that I could get them done now. So before I get back to my shop, I will stop and fill her up. But let's take her for a spin. We got plenty of gas to get back to the shop, I think. Yeah, plenty of gas. So what do we do for service work to this car? Not a ton of work. This one was in pretty good shape, you know, with maintenance throughout the years. But we did replace all 4 tires on it. Those were a must. We ended up doing front pads and rotors. They were the original pads and rotors. And I think just from sitting, they had a little bit of a pulsation to them. So we did pads, rotors. We also did calipers and hoses. Very, very typical for these Lincolns to eat hoses, and I've had it happen before. So we did calipers and hoses in the front as well. Did an oil change, obviously, motorcraft filter, fuel filter. That's it. I mean, otherwise she is just ready to go. Like I said, I put the last 600 or so miles on it. I rolled it over from 14,000 to 15,000. Let's see if we can merge here. And let's see about setting cruise on. Set. We have cruise. Doesn't have a light to say the cruise is on, but it is engaged. And I got the air on low, and it just maintains a beautiful temperature in this car. Very, very comfortable. Like I told you, this was their going to church car. I think I already pointed that out, but we have, it's like the Blessed Mother or something up here, pin. That all comes with the car. I don't remove that kind of stuff, just out of luck. I don't need bad luck by removing something like that. But she cruises nicely. Beautiful cruising car. Again, I just love that look coming down the hood. See that tall stand-up hood ornament, the tall fender peaks at the end. This little HHR is going very slow. So there you have it, folks. 1989 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series. 15,178 miles as of right this second. Everything works in this car. All the power windows. It's got the cool little power vent windows. Once I get out of this corner, I'll show you that. Power seats work, horn works, wipers work, AC works, radio, power antenna. Everything works in this car. Even has the original old style quartz clock, which I actually like better. Like my 89 has the digital. I like this setup better because I like that old style quartz clock. And then I like having a temperature gauge where the digital cars do not have an actual temperature gauge, which kind of bugs me a little bit. You know, it's like the Cadillacs. They have an idiot light, as they would call it back in the day, that, you know, would warn you, but usually it's too late at that point once they warn you. But other thing that this car has that mine doesn't have is a leather wrapped wheel. You can see, pretty nice shape. Shows a little bit of just kind of light cracking, but leather wrapped wheel, where mine has the old style or base style rubber wheel, which again I think is cool because the car is so loaded. It's funny that it doesn't have it. Like, two people had commented like, wow, the car's got all the options except someone didn't go for a leather wrapped wheel. Anyways, any questions about this 89 Town Car, give me a call, 978-930-1004. My name is Anthony, and don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. I'm in Pelham, New Hampshire. Give me a call. I can have it transported to wherever you need it brought to. Truly appreciate everybody for watching.